So she wears
Too
a
little, too
belt
late.
way below her pelvic line. It's like, what are you doing?
What is this
Like,
19 Ziegfeld Follies look? I mean, where are the form-fitting clothes here? All these beautiful women, and they're all wearing potato sacks.
it's the sort of fatherly duty that he felt to
Hmm.
do it. And I'm like, good God, your daughter's an
Yeah.
asshole. Just cut the cord. Like,
Just
let
cut
it.
the cord.
What do you call that guy? The
Referee.
referee, that guy.
Yeah, is
And
that
so
right?
he got really, probably. RuPaul said no. Uh, and
Sachet
and he,
away.
Tonight on Murder, She Wrote.
Kaboom.
boom, goodness, let's let everyone know. That's all
Yeah,
right. Ah,
that was an explosion,
hey,
folks.
yeah, we'll find out why in a second.
Yeah.
Uh, Hi, I'm Victor Devon,
I'm petrified,
and
and
this
this
is
is Tonight
Tonight
on Murder,
on
She
Murder, She
Wrote.
Wrote, the dangerous game of tennis.
It's such a dangerous game. Um, Menace, anyone?
Yeah,
Right
it's
off the
cute.
bat. I love
It's
it.
cute.
It's
It's
very
cute.
cute. I also just
Um,
like the word menace. And while it doesn't directly look like tennis, I think I'm here for it.
you have to say it. You have to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of
Yeah.
those. It's one of those. This is another one we saw in the last episode actually. There was a tennis not a subplot, but like an element that was necessary.
Yeah. It's
And
very
then
like tennis shows up in any kind of rich person environment too, right?
it
It's
is
a
a
very
thing,
like
isn't it?
rich person sport.
There's
Yeah.
there's the scene in a future episode where Jessica's niece is a real estate agent and she says there's no resale value if there's no room for a tennis court. Like, oh, I guess that was a thing.
All
All right.
right. Everybody
So
playing
not
tennis.
my but we get a
Yes.
quick view of all this bunting
Oh
as
yeah.
Jessica's watching Van Johnson in tight little shorts, tiny little
Itty
shorts.
bitty. He's got some skinny legs for an old, no, not really. He looks good.
he
Good for him.
he
Um,
was a dancer. He was a dancer.
yeah, yeah.
And we have Linda Hamilton
Oh, so happy to see her.
of Terminator, etc. fame. I mean,
Yeah,
she's
so many
an
things. Yeah.
icon.
But definitely
And
Terminator is
real
the one that stands out.
and really quick, we also see Bryan Cranston, who you might know from Breaking Bad or Malcolm in the
Yeah.
Middle. Yeah,
We're stacked
young and
here.
handsome.
There's a lot of great people in this cast, actually. Even the more character actors are a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's it's a very character-driven episode because a
Yeah.
lot of the characters are swinging big. And
It's a little
I don't mean
batshit.
that
Yeah.
as a pun. It's there are some high energy performances in this, and almost to the
Definitely.
point where like, okay, guys, okay.
Yeah. They
Um,
they're not phoning it in. Let's say that. I'm
no.
okay with it. I'm here for it. I think that the episode is so off the rails at some points that big performance is necessary. Ooh, and look how lovely Linda Hamilton looks.
Yeah, this is early for her too. I don't think she was
Yeah.
well established. Like
Mm-mm.
she's not hired for her fame.
No. And we kind of think of Linda Hamilton as being sort of this tough bitch, right? Like
Right.
in Terminator 2, she's full on like militia mode, but she's just
She's
like a
like
nice gal in this. Just a nice, sweet
she
tennis playing
was
gal.
of Sigourney Weaver and
Hmm.
sort of like the tough girl sort of sci-fi
Action
ladies.
star. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, yep, yep.
But we
Um,
see that she's in a relationship with Bryan Cranston. They're both professional tennis players. They're at this tennis exposition basically.
yeah, this tennis club that she is a manager for and Van Johnson is the owner for, I think is sort of what I'm gathering, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So there's Carol and Brian, who is Cranston here.
Brian is
So
Brian. Yep.
Brian's Brian.
That's
Good, good,
eady.
good.
Thank you,
Spelled
casting
differently, I
director.
think. I
It
think.
is, yes. Brian with a Y, Brian with an I.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll never tell them apart.
And then Elliot is our Van
Elliot.
Johnson role this
Yeah,
time.
Yeah. He's been in one episode before, if I remember correctly, where he was kind of a mad scientist. Is that right?
Yes, and he
And
was
he was,
very eccentric. He was sort of
yeah,
like the Doc Brown of
yeah,
Cabot
Cabot
Cove,
Cove. This is
where he was
better. I think this is a
a
better
bit of a
showcase
kook,
for him.
a bit of a kook.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's affluent. He's here in this
Hmm.
plaid, realist, like secondhand car almost
Hmm.
jacket
Oh
ensemble.
God, it's true. It's a little Southern picnic.
Yes, but
Right?
that's the thing. The funny
Yeah.
thing is that isn't it funny like how era wise this is in fashion? The reason that it's a cliche is because people who were wearing it out of fashion. Like
Uh-huh.
it's like
Uh-huh.
and then his daughter is here and she has like this rose nylon neckline with
Uh-huh.
these pilgrim little flaps on her dress
This is his
and this
daughter, Doris, played by Betsy Russell, and then another character here,
this
Sissy.
redhead sissy
Hmm.
who is just the worst human being.
She really is. Add her to the list of nominees for worst character. She's mean, she's rude, she's vapid. Uh, although she
She
gets
has
sort of a little
no
bit of a
real,
turnaround later. A
I
little bit.
suppose, like a little
It's like too
half-hearted.
little, too much.
And
Yeah.
also she wears
Too
a
little, too
belt
late.
way below her pelvic line. It's like, what are you doing?
What is this
Like
19 Ziegfeld Follies look we got going on here?
it is also very Blanche.
Yeah.
Blanche loves
Uh-huh.
a belt
A
that
dropped
gently
waistline. Yeah.
fits.
Gently fits. Yes. I mean, where are the form-fitting clothes here? All these beautiful women, and they're all wearing potato sacks.
Well, Sissy's cranky because she does I think she wants more money and she's saying,
Yep.
"Oh, my ankle hurts. Oh no, oh dear."
I love that
And
part. So,
Carol,
so,
who
um,
is yeah,
yeah, Carol, who Linda Hamilton, she's trying to stick to her guns, but Elliot is a
she's a
little,
businesswoman.
he's a softie.
She's the one who helped put this together and she's getting
Hmm.
very defensive that
Right.
maybe she's not had
Right.
all her ducks in a row when it came to the contracts.
Hmm. This is
And and we find out that the daughter wants her job.
yeah, the
So
daughter
there's
wants her
some
job.
undermining nepotism in
The
theory.
daughter, played by Betsy Russell, this is Doris. I like Doris a lot. I also like Doris's hair, which is its own character.
It's a bit of a blonde version of Rebecca in Golden Girls. It's that sort of
Very
it's not
big,
quite Rosanna Dana
uh,
SNL, but it has like that out like that
it's sure
tent.
like a triangular shape.
What is
It's like
that
an
birdie?
A-line
Like what
hairline.
is
Yeah. It's just a lot of hair, is what it is. A lot of
it
curly,
is? Yeah.
uh, tight curled, frizzy hair. But we digress.
Well,
Oh, we also
we
meet
have
this
another
other guy here.
he is basically the yin to Sissy's yang, where
Yeah,
they're both like
they're the counterparts.
self-important young tennis
Yeah,
hotshots.
yeah. And
And
they're
I
both
remember
like
tennis
top
being
players, right?
huge.
That's the idea.
Yeah. I remember like Andre Agassi being a huge deal. I remember
Hmm.
Marina Navratilova being a huge deal. I remember tennis
Yeah.
being a thing. But it
Yeah, it
still is.
really
I mean, we have the
was.
Venus sisters, but I think it's just different now.
It feels like I feel like culture is different, right? Like remember all
Mm,
of the things we could focus on and our attention was directed to as kids because there were only so many avenues of pop culture and sports culture and whatever. So those things
right.
really stood out. And now that we have access to so many things and we all have our own niches, I kind of forget that some of these worlds exist.
Well, because this was scheduled. This was
Yeah,
on TV in a
yeah,
short amount of time when we only
yeah.
had TV. That and I
Totally.
remember Golf Beat also got like the whole Tiger Woods and that was like a resurgence after being huge with like your Arnold Palmers and things like
Hmm.
that too.
Yeah.
I don't know, sports
Uh,
is the thing. It's a whole
sport,
thing.
go sports.
I mean, sometimes.
Go sports. I also do need to just give a shout out to our tennis star. What's his name?
Oh, the punk ass kid.
The blondie,
Uh,
yeah.
is it Mitch?
Is
No,
that Mitch? I can't even figure it
it's
out. Donnie?
uh,
I think
That
it is
sounds
Donnie.
right.
Yeah, it's Donnie.
That sounds right.
Donnie's got some nice little legs.
Played by Doug McKeon.
Yep. I mean,
Oh, he's
I'm
fine.
gonna be here for this and a whole episode of people wearing short shorts. So
You know, we do
bring
what
it
we can.
on.
Well, let's see. His, let's see. Doug McKeon, born in Pumpkin Plains, New Jersey. I know where that is. He was a child kid actor. He did Bubble Yum
He
commercials.
looks like he
Mhm.
would have been a kid actor, doesn't he?
Absolutely,
Because
he
he has
does.
kind of a face that looks like it would have been cute as a kid and didn't quite grow into adulthood the same way.
Yeah, that
You
is
know, like a
funny.
very Haley Joel
Uh,
Osment situation going on here.
yes,
Cute,
but he
precocious
grew a little bit
kid,
more into, yeah, he grew a little bit more into his looks,
eccentric
if I
adult.
may.
Yep, totally. Hey,
But also,
I'm
like,
not criticizing. I love someone who looks
he would,
unique.
I would imagine him as like, I don't know, horror movie fodder. Like he'd be one of the guys that would be slaughtered by the slasher,
Oh yeah.
real quick. Like he
Yeah,
just gives that vibe as well.
definitely.
One of the key elements of this episode is just the worst photography because we focus in on this picture
True.
in this trophy case that makes zero sense but is hugely necessary
Yeah, yeah. It comes back
in any
again.
universe. Okay,
It's a little picture
so
of Van
that's
Johnson with his daughter Doris and his dearly departed
is
wife.
right.
Yeah.
And in the dark, completely out of frame, but
Hmm.
in frame are two women, one of whom is Linda Hamilton,
Hmm.
and one of whom we've learned, according to this conversation with Jessica and Van Johnson, is the sister of Linda
Barbara.
Hamilton that we haven't met.
Barbara, please.
Also, I love that Van Johnson's like, Jessica's like, isn't that Barbara in the background? And Van Johnson is like, very good eyes. I'm like, it's right there.
You
They're
can
wearing
see her.
blindingly white tennis outfits.
Well, and then she's like, "Oh, I recognize her stance. What about her
So
face?
it's so stupid.
Why
It's
don't you
so,
just
I mean,
say, 'Oh, that's Carol. I see Carol there.'"
okay.
We should probably sum up what's going on here. Jessica is at this tennis tournament with her friend Carol. Who knows why? She's like a special guest here. And we're meeting all the
Former
characters,
student?
obviously. Who knows?
I
Who
want to say a
knows?
former student.
I mean, it feels
I mean, how else
like
would she
they're all
recognize her
former
stance? Or
students,
maybe
right?
she knows Van. Yeah.
I think
But this
it's
is the evening
IMDb just
gala,
says
right?
her young friend, Carol McDermott. So,
So weird.
womp womp. Oh, we also should mention that Carol is she's kind of a stickler for the rules, and she's
She's a wet blanket.
a little bit,
She's
yeah.
yeah. But she's,
Very
she's
good
a
at her job,
professional young
very
woman. Yeah.
competent. Yeah, she's following the rules. She's holding people accountable for their bullshit, particularly these nasty little tennis players.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
apparently it's just Mean Girl Central.
it
That's
really
what
is.
we should assume.
Can we listen to what Sissy has to say at this party scene? Because she's
Sissy
just terrible.
well, she her attitude matches her dress because what the
Hmm.
hell is this
Let's talk about
fringe
it.
tool
This is like a
wrapped
drag
around
race
her?
ugliest dress alive runway. It's so bad.
It's very design challenge.
Hmm.
Elliot, darling.
Oh, where have you been?
Sissy, look at you.
What do you think?
Well, it's highly original.
Well,
That means he hates it.
oh, and
Hey,
this the rhinestone shoulder.
she's
Barnes. And you're JB Fletcher.
How do you do?
Read 10 pages of your new book.
Well, that's very nice to hear, Miss Barnes. I hope you finish it.
I doubt it. Got a short attention span. So how did you get roped into
me
this?
too, girl.
Well, I have
Me
a
too.
soft spot for good cause and
Old students.
old students.
Ah,
Let me guess. Carol was likely to succeed, or was it Miss Prom Queen?
There we go.
Actually, both. How did you guess?
Sissy, I don't
so Carol is a goody goody.
I'm sorry about our run this afternoon. Backing up? I had no idea your gearbox included reverse. Anyway,
I do apologize. Let's be friends.
Let's not. I'd rather cozy up to a virus infection.
She's such a
Ah,
bitch.
Sissy, cool it.
Oh, Brian, I love it when you try to act alone.
It's so much.
I'd rather cozy up to a viral infection. Damn.
Yeah,
Burn.
yeah, it's rough. It's rough.
Love her though. She's so great.
Well, I mean,
What a
it's
nice
committed.
little
It
colorful
is
addition to this
utterly
episode.
committed.
Yeah.
And I don't know her, actually, come to think of
Uh-uh.
it. I don't think she's like a star that we've seen in other arenas.
I'm
But
curious now.
let's see, Kelly Maroney as Sissy Barnes. She's cute. She was in
Very.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High. She was in Night of the Comet. I do remember that. Night of the Comet is a ridiculous sci-fi uh movie from '84, and she is in that. I do remember seeing her in that.
It looks like she's
Uh,
working all the way up to 2024 though.
she's
Love
also
it.
yeah, she's also a producer. So yeah,
Good
she's
for
doing
her.
the things. She's
She's
doing the
she's
things.
working. She's in the business. We love. Um, Back on our screen, they need the whole thing about Sissy and Carol and Van Johnson and Sissy's rate of pay. They need to go get some papers, and so Bryan Cranston is going out to the car to drive home to pick them up, and he's going to take Carol's car. Oh, what a shame!
I know.
What a shame!
Well, I have to say, we're about 13 and a half minutes in, and while the stakes are kind of high, nothing's
Hmm.
happened.
Nothing's happened.
So I
Yeah.
think we're due. I think we're due.
We have tennis players who want more money. We have contention between
She needs to
employees.
buy more tulle. Come on,
Yeah.
just to finish her dress.
You know what? We got to give a look.
We have this weird, like,
We
in the
got to
heat
make
of the
People
night
magazine.
moment where we see like the camera follows him into the car, and we're
Oh,
like,
it's spooky.
uh-oh, what
In
are we
like
doing
in
here?
like a split second, this episode turns from like normal normal evening TV to horror movie.
Fucking crazy
Like
the rest of the
very
episode.
quick. Yeah, yeah. The
Oh, we
total
also should
switch is
see
wild.
douchebag tennis player is cozying up with Doris on the
Yeah,
dance floor, which
yeah.
Van Johnson does not seem happy about.
Right, right.
Oh,
Oh,
Brian's dead.
right. And it explode not he's not just dead. He got in a
Yeah,
car, turned it on, and it fucking exploded.
it blew
This
up.
is
So
crazy.
someone triggered the ignition
This is one of the
in
most
Hollywood movie
extreme,
style.
dangerous murders on the show so far.
And Linda Hamilton goes full Emmy
Berserk.
Award
Yeah.
in response. Like she is like this is a strong
This is
contender for most
trauma.
upsetting death. This
Yeah,
is
it's
probably
well, and Brian was such a good guy too.
I
I mean, he didn't
know
have anything to do, obviously, but Bryan Cranston is such a good actor. I still liked him in this episode. He was
he
still
was
good in this
charismatic, he
episode.
was caring, he was sweet. He defended Linda Hamilton's character
Yeah,
against Sissy.
yeah,
It's just and that kind of and that's an effective death in
yeah.
a murder mystery
Hmm.
because it doesn't come across as both so calculated and so random. You're like,
Hmm.
holy shit. Like that's unexpected. I think I give props for
Yeah,
this writing in that regard.
I do too. Yeah.
That's a risk. That's a risk.
And it makes sense too, the way the episode sort of turns out, right? Like these actions, like this is a crazy risky action because who knows who's going to get in that car. Anybody could have been killed by
And
just being
evidently true.
nearby, and it happened. Yeah. And so this
Because in
killer
theory,
is
that was responsible for Carol.
swinging big and taking lots of risks. Yeah. And we find out later that, yeah, makes sense. But wait, who's this other guy here? He was the guy that he said something really, really terrible to Jessica
He's
earlier.
douchebag
Like a
tennis
manager?
player's manager,
Yeah.
agent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agent. Yeah.
Who Linda Hamilton indicates has some shady business practices.
Uh,
Like he had been
seems
like
right.
going through her files basically.
Hmm.
But
Totally.
and I want to say was a former player himself who was also somewhat disgraced. I want to say that that's his backstory.
Aren't they always?
Always.
Just a moment to talk about Jessica's dress at this party, by the way.
Yeah.
They were at I don't know if we even mentioned it. They were at like a gala. That's where this happened. That's
Uh-huh.
where this car exploded. Um, so big old party. Everybody rushes out. You know what I do love about TV though, is that the
Uh,
people who were out the door first were all of our characters, and then the
oh
extras
yeah,
follow too, right?
we're deep inside
How
the ballroom.
convenient. Yeah,
Deep
exactly.
inside the ballroom.
They just happen to get to that door to see that flaming car.
Yeah.
Um, oh, we meet this guy too. I kind of forgot
This is our
about him.
detective.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, well, the reason that douchebag tennis player is a suspect is because he and Bryan Cranston were playing, and douchebag got really angry at a
yeah,
call that
yeah.
what's not an umpire? What do you call that guy? The
Referee.
referee. That yeah.
Yeah, is
And
that
so
right?
he got really probably I don't know the guy who calls a
Sports.
tennis game. Right, exactly. RuPaul said no. Uh, and and
Sachet
he
away.
and he got really angry at Tyra Banks. So yeah. Um yeah.
Mr. J thought the call was bad.
Heidi Klum was like, I don't care what you have to say.
You're out. Uh,
You out. You
okay,
out.
I wanted to call attention to Jessica's beautiful dress.
Do you
Love
find this
this.
beautiful?
You know, I just think she looks so good in like blood red. I think she wears the hell out of it, and this is
As
no
long as it's
exception.
shaped well. As long as it's shaped well.
It's a
Because
little,
remember the blood clot dress from season one?
that was a potato sack. That was when they did us dirty. Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
That was in a sports episode too. There you go.
It was in two. It was in two episodes they
It
did that
sure
to us.
was. Love that shit. Um,
But this has a lot of draping and
a lot of draping, yes.
yeah.
It's very it's quite formal. Um,
It's yeah.
anyway, I think she looks good. It's not the best red dress, but I think the colors looks really beautiful on her.
It gives me like senator party or something. Like it gives me like a little bit
Ah,
higher class than
sure.
sports gala.
Yeah, I can see that. Um, oh,
So
there's this
Barbara is basically catatonic. Not Barbara. Excuse me.
Carol.
Carol is basically catatonic. Sorry, spoiler alert. Um,
Well, she just
which I mean,
talked
her she
about
just
it. She just
yeah.
talked about Barbara. So Carol, okay, Carol
Oh
has a
right. Do you want to go
sister.
back a little bit, or
Yeah,
is
let's do.
the
Yeah.
oh God, how far back do we have to go?
To talk about the sister.
Yeah.
I don't think she
When
comes
did
up
that?
until that scene we were just at, where Jessica says, "Don't you want to call your sister?" And Carol's
Oh.
like, "Just because she's around doesn't mean I want to talk to her, bitch."
Right.
Um, and Jessica has been so kind to Carol, and then Carol is all of a sudden kind of nasty to her.
She snaps. Well, I mean, again, she
Yeah,
just
Carol is
let's take
she's a
a
fragile lady.
Tea or maybe just some conversation, huh? Carol, I know it's hard, but if you could just
It's been minutes, Jessica.
Yeah,
I'm all right. I think I'll try to get some sleep.
this is the same night, and she's all
I
right.
like the idea of alone for a few days. Perhaps your sister could come and stay.
No. I'm sure she couldn't.
Well, tomorrow, why don't we call her and see?
Just because Barbara's come back doesn't mean I want to see her.
Da-da-da.
Come back?
Good night, Jessica.
Yeah, it's
Things get
sketchy.
mysterious here. Carol is all of a sudden very elusive about her sister.
Well, and defensive. Like
Yeah, yeah,
not happy about it. Um,
yeah.
and Jessica gets a phone call and somebody says, Carol? No, this is Jessica. And she hangs up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So someone is trying to at least get in touch with Carol. But the tournament goes on. The tournament goes on.
The show must go on. Yeah. Little press conference, and poor Carol is just dejected. I mean,
Yeah.
because
Well, and
her handsome man is just blew up the day before. I
and
the way
they
they
haven't
move on
really
in this show is crazy to me.
they haven't really addressed it, but that was Carol's car, which means that
Yeah.
Carol was the target. Why isn't there police presence surrounding her right
It's
now?
like, where is anybody? It's like, oh, boom, boom. Oh, well,
I mean, the only thing that seems to
let's
have
play some
happened is
tennis.
Sissy's decided to stay. Her ankle suddenly is better. She's not going
Yeah.
to disappear.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, and these people are all kind of pseudo suspects too, right? Sissy even, because she was giving Carol such a hard time.
right.
Uh,
Do Donnie, douchebag tennis
Donnie
player.
douchebag. Yep. Yep. Donnie Twink
I just want to point out we're in Van Johnson's office right now, and right behind him is a framed picture of Van Johnson. I'm just
of
saying.
himself. There are a lot of headshots in this episode. There's a
They
moment
did.
later where they show up to Carol's house and there's a picture of her like ripped in half, and it is
Yeah,
most definitely a headshot.
yeah. They didn't have
Like
time to do all the world building
what?
that they
They
often
couldn't
do.
do the Evangeline treatment. They couldn't they couldn't do that one photo shoot moment. Okay, so Jessica's asking Van Johnson about Barbara because of that weird
Oh,
interaction.
yes.
And
Let's get into it
this
because
is important.
we're getting into Hitchcock Vertigo territory here.
Hmm.
Carol's a fine girl. I'm glad you're looking after her.
Well, it's only temporary. I'm afraid I have to go home as soon as the tournament is over. You know, I really wish that she could find someone to stay with her for a while.
Shouldn't be too difficult. She got lots of friends.
What about Barbara?
Barbara.
Carol's sister Barbara?
Yes, yes. I have the feeling that they had a sort of falling out every time I mention her name. Carol sort of tightens up.
Then you don't know.
Know what?
That photograph you were looking at, taken 4th of July 3 years ago. Barbara turned up stoned. Asked Carol for money. Carol refused. They had a terrible fight right after that photograph was taken. The last time any of us ever saw Barbara alive. The next day she died in a plane crash.
Well, that's confusing.
Yeah, because Carol has made a few references to her being around.
Yeah,
Um,
come back even.
what's wrong with Carol?
So
What's going
much.
on in that brain of hers?
There's, yeah.
Yeah,
This is an episode that I feel suffers from overwriting.
tell me,
I
why
think
so?
they're trying to doing too much in the time constraints
Yes,
that they have.
yes,
And
I
things
agree.
get a little murky, and they're going more for vibes than actual
Hmm.
storytelling.
Hmm. I think
Saying,
you're right. Yeah.
"Oh, my sister is this amorphous character," and then suddenly being told, "Oh, but she's dead." Okay, but she's not really. Okay, tell me a fucking story. Like you're just sort of just giving us dread and confusion and intrigue. And
Hmm.
I don't get me wrong, I love all of those things, but we can't sustain that for minutes on minutes on minutes
Yeah,
when the
yeah,
plot of this is who blew up Bryan Cranston? Is the sister alive? And we go a long distance. And what's wrong
yeah.
with Carol? We go
There's
a long
almost, you're
distance without
right.
explaining
Yeah.
any of those things.
There's almost like two shows happening at the same time and they kind of
Hmm.
noodle in with each other and then they separate
Back and
because
forth like
there's
a
this
tennis
whole
game.
Barbara hey, you got it. Uh
Yeah.
um but the whole Barbara element, you could make a whole episode just about the Barbara character. I also love that they were like Barbara showed up stoned and she was a total mess and I was like the metrics for what a total mess are today versus then.
I know.
Like, I'm gonna get stoned after we record this episode.
Yeah, well, it was the 80s for one
Yes, it
thing.
was. Yes, it was.
Uh this was very much Nancy Reagan, just say no era. And also I think stoned is sort of used as like a
Like just on drugs.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
High
High.
probably would
That
have
would make
been.
more sense. Yeah.
I wonder if high would have been censored though. I wonder if that would have been too
Oh,
much.
maybe. Maybe stoned was more Sunday night appropriate.
Hmm. I
Hmm.
wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah. If standards and practices would have had an
Yeah.
issue with that. Or they just, they just weren't very careful with the language. Um,
Curious.
but we're at a cemetery now
Yeah. Jessica wants to
because
know what this
Jessica,
story with Barbara is, and so she went to her grave.
she found Barbara's grave.
Yeah.
Well, this is very confusing. But again,
Because
we're not telling stories here. We're just vibing.
hmm Oh, and now we're back to our inspector. And
Yes.
he's going to try to figure this out too, because I think Jessica shared with him the stuff about Carol and Barbara. I'm like,
Yes.
why does Carol say Barbara's alive and there's somebody in this grave? Um, this
The
is
detective,
spooky. This
this is
is
straight out of
spooky.
Psycho. This is
Yeah,
the detective in
it is
Psycho going up the
Psycho.
stairs. Going up the
Yes.
stairs. Yes, it
I
is.
mean,
They're
that's
dressed to
really
kill.
what this
It's
episode
again, it's
is, right?
all
It's like a Psycho callback. This is a Psycho vibe episode.
many, well, and also I said Vertigo. Like there's a lot of
Yeah,
Hitchcock
this is
shit here.
Hitchcockian for sure.
Well, we even
Oh,
have that knife. That
literally.
knife. And so I guess what did we see? We
And a
saw
woman's hand. We should
an
say it's a
evening
woman's
gown
arm. Yeah. A,
in a like a sweetheart.
a blue evening gown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, this really is an Arbogast scene reenacted from Psycho, almost exactly. The only
Hmm.
difference is there's no staircase. Um, sucks for this guy, right?
I
Just trying
mean,
to get some answers, shows up at Carol's house and gets a knife to the chest.
he's a police officer. He should have been a little bit more.
I mean, he was
The
not
second
prepared.
he realized that the door was open and he could get in, his hand should have been on his holster. Like there's
Is he a,
training that you get.
is he a police officer or is he a PI?
They were,
Because
I
he
thought
kind of
they were
was
at a police
behaving like a
station.
PI.
They
Um,
were in the police station looking at files.
yeah.
I mean, I assumed he was. I think he's a lieutenant, right? Let me
Lieutenant,
see.
detective, lieutenant, because there's two police officers because he's dead and there's obviously the next one who
He's dead.
sort of
Oh yeah, he's
finishes the
dead.
job.
By the way,
Oh,
he's dead. We get a shot of the
of the knife
knife,
in his
which is
chest.
huge. It is
That's a
a
big
huge
ass
knife,
knife.
and it is halfway through his body.
That's gonna cut some leg of lamb. Um,
Yes,
and Carol is just sitting there writhing on the floor, sobbing her brains out, losing her mind. And
not
Jessica
wearing a blue dress, however.
not wearing a blue dress, and Jessica obviously shows up and finds this scene with the dead body and Carol a mess. And Carol says it was Barbara.
Yeah. Detective Lieutenant Tad Davis is our
Ooh.
second victim. So yeah,
Yeah.
he was
Here's the
he
other
was
cop.
this is
Yeah.
all these are all police officers. And
Hmm.
this is our replacement officer, which is first time that happens on Murder She Wrote.
It is, yeah. And he's really like he's really been out of shape about this because this
Well,
is
I mean,
this
were
is
they
very tough
partners?
guys don't die, right?
Were they partners?
I
I
think
think they
so
were.
because Jessica makes a reference like I understand how hard it is to lose a friend.
Mm,
So they were these homies were tight. Yeah.
these homies were tight. Wow.
Wow.
Uh, wow. Yeah. So
I
meanwhile,
wonder how
we had
many
a
of these cop I almost said cop offices,
police stations.
police stations. I wonder how many of these are used over again because they're
I
all the
mean,
same, aren't
probably
they?
several.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
move the
and
furniture
and
around,
several,
change the
and
signs.
full of sex workers in Angora sweaters and
Oh
hair
yeah.
bows. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, that's what you
I'm
wear.
surprised we don't have a leather man in this episode like we've had in the
Where is
past.
he? Where is he? I don't know. There's a guy that looks like he's from the Black Panthers in the back, just walked past, but
Oh, there we go. See, that counts. That counts.
they're a colorful cast of characters, these police
This
officers.
is and this is Boston, right? So
This
it's
is
kind of interesting that we don't have Harry McGraw. I feel like
is it Boston?
I think it has to
I
be.
don't know.
Yeah, Boston.
Green River Racket Tennis Club. Okay.
Says
All right, Boston.
Bostonia on the wall.
So she stayed in Boston after the last episode. Was
Or
that the
went
last
back.
episode?
No, that was
No, that was two ago.
she
When
was
she was in
at
Boston
Christopher
for
Bundy's.
that's right.
Where was that?
And the
New
video cam
Hampshire?
that was no, that was upstate New York on the way to
Upstate New
Poughkeepsie.
York. There we go.
Woman gets around.
All right. Now we are in full Olivia Newton-John physical mode with Sissy.
Hmm. It's
She
good.
it's something.
Her shirt looks like one of those cups, fountain cups from
Mm-hmm.
a 90s
Mm-hmm.
Taco Bell. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Yes.
Or it's a subdued background for a school
Uh-huh.
portrait.
Now, our tennis play oh God, you're right. Are tennis players supposed to be short? Because these two tennis stars are itty bitty little people. Sissy
Uh,
and Donnie.
I don't know if height would help.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, we have Doris. Okay.
Doris and Mitch are having a
Doris is
conference.
a hoot.
Mitch
Um,
is the agent for
mhm.
douchebag tennis player. And she looks like she's taken charge
She
because Linda Hamilton
she's
is out of commission right now.
living her best life, yeah, because she wants her job. We also, I don't know if we mentioned, but Linda Hamilton's character, Carol, also quote unquote stole Bryan Cranston from Doris here.
Mm.
Yeah. So there's some hard feelings between Doris and Carol.
We get a
Doris
very
is popping
leading,
pills because she's
yeah, a
like,
very
this is so
leading
weird.
angle.
Like
It's
as Jessica Fletcher sits down, she's like,
don't
don't mind
forget I
me.
have to
Let me
take
take
these
my
right now.
drugs right in
I
front of
know.
you. Yeah. All right. All
I mean,
right.
which could be antihistamines. I don't, but like there, it's something like it's
Hmm.
very purposeful so that Jessica can glance down and say, "Hmm,
Yeah. Can we hear her speech? Because
yeah."
I I really like this character in this episode of TV.
Your expenses. See you later, doll baby.
Have you noticed, Mitch, how much you're starting to sound like your client?
I think you've got that the wrong way around.
Dad's asked me to handle Carol's duties until, things are resolved.
She's shaking.
Guess all this is making me a little nervous. Anyway, Dad's not here right now. Is there anything I can do?
I hope so. I want to find out what I can about Carol's sister, Barbara.
We
I'm
recognized
sorry
in
I
the last
didn't let her.
episode that Sissy did not
Although
even
I
know
did see her
that she
once
had a
at Carol's
sister.
house when I
Right.
went there to pick up some papers for my father.
Oh, you saw her, but you never met her?
Well, I didn't actually go into the house. I started to ring the bell, and I heard a terrible fight inside. A woman's voice was screaming at Carol. I walked around to the rear, to the kitchen, and I heard Carol begging Barbara to go away and stay out of her life.
This dialogue seems very rehearsed, I'm just
At the
saying.
window, there was this redhead with her
Truly.
back to me, smashing everything she could get her
I love
hands
that
on.
Barbara's a redhead, by the way. Love
Again,
that.
Vertigo, very like you have to separate
Right.
them.
Hmm.
But I know she was there because Barbara kept telling her she was going to get even for everything.
And Barbara, what does she look like?
I didn't see her face. As I said, she had her back to me. But her voice,
Because she doesn't know Barbara. She's never met Barbara.
it was like Carol's, only huskier and full of hate. Oh, it was awful. Papers or no papers, I didn't want to go in there, so I left.
Your memory is very vivid, even after 3 years.
3 years? No, this was only a couple of months ago. Look, I know it
What?
She's supposed to
Mm.
be dead. But all I know is what I heard. Carol called her Barbara. If she wasn't Barbara, who was she?
Who was she?
A
I
little more
love it. I love it.
Yeah,
here.
it's
They end with that spooky question and
uh-huh.
the score sort of swells. It's so horror movie. I love when Murder She Wrote goes horror movie. We're back at the trophy case with Van Johnson.
Yeah, this is very like they spent a lot of time on these like promotional posters. They
Hmm.
don't quite look as cheap as Broadway Malady.
Yeah.
Um, but
It's
some of the details, like there's like a framed photo of Bryan Cranston and Donnie, the
hmm
douchebag player.
hmm
That was definitely taken
That was definitely taken at their
earlier in the
match.
week.
Yes. Right before he got boomed up. Yeah.
Uh,
What are they talking about now? Oh,
oh yeah, yeah,
they're
yeah.
talking about
Barbara, right?
Barbara and Carol, basically. And Van Johnson is saying that Carol was in pretty rough mental shape. Is that right?
Let's see.
Well,
Yeah.
Yes, I know. It's business. Elliot, I don't want to be a pest, but certain things have been troubling me. Tell me, what do you remember about Barbara McDermott?
she was a very sick girl. By sick, I mean unstable. Carol nearly went broke getting her out of one scrape after another. She brought a
She was
divorce and
stoned.
took her in, and her parents died.
Oh, yes, in that terrible highway accident near Cabot Cove, I remember.
And finally, when Barbara was admitted to that hospital in West Overfield, Carol made that 200-mile round trip every Thursday, rain or shine, without complaint.
It just everyone's talking so specifically.
I know.
All
Oh,
right,
now we're at
Jessica's
the
going to the
sanitarium.
hospital.
Yeah.
Treatment of mental illness.
Oh, I didn't know.
Well, I'm Rosie.
Rosie is a trip.
Well, I hope
Rosie
so.
is, she's the one scene wonder.
Regarding patients is confidential.
Strictly.
Well, the young woman that I'm inquiring about was a patient here several years ago, and her name was Barbara McDermott.
Are you researching a new book, Mrs. Fletcher?
She liked that.
It's cool. I'm a writer, too.
They're all writers.
You're so right.
This is the
Research gives a book a realism that really grabs a reader by his handle, if you know what I mean. Now, this place here, you are talking major.
there's essentially the volunteer receptionist at the
Yeah,
sanitarium.
There's another nurse behind her.
About outer space, that's where I'm from originally, I mean.
We get a great moment from the nurse behind her, who clearly is staff, and she is a
Non-speaking,
patient.
but all she does is roll her eyes and shake her head.
Oh, it's not necessary. I ran into him yesterday for this guy from Boston.
Oh,
Lieutenant Travis.
That's him, right? He got really interested.
So Travis, our dead detective,
yeah.
was looking at the sanitarium and apparently didn't tell Jessica that's what he was doing.
I mean, they should have been working together, and maybe he wouldn't have ended up with a knife through his chest.
Gotta listen to Jessica.
I know.
There you are.
But we find out
Um,
that Carol was the one who was at the sanitarium,
Yeah, yeah.
which doesn't make any sense for why Van Johnson said that she would make the 200-mile trip
Every Thursday.
every Thursday.
Yeah, something ain't right here.
Something is wrong. Unless she was outpatient and she was going for that 200,
Right.
I don't know.
Oh,
Oh,
back at the police station, and we have a big old mousy redhead.
it's
And it's
Barbara McDermott,
Barbara.
Carol's
It's
sister.
Barbara. Alive. Alive.
Jessica's been hit with so many confusing surprises for the
Everybody is
last
telling her
35
something
minutes.
different. This is more than like a regular episode where she's investigating, where you can kind of piece it together. No, she's getting such varied stories from different people.
So I feel if this was if this episode gave me a little bit more what I want from it, that
Hmm.
would have been the cliffhanger, and then we'd get a new episode explaining what the fuck is going on, because that to me is what's I need. I need a little
This,
bit more storytelling.
yeah, yeah.
I think this should have been a two-parter. I think too much is happening, and yet
The
not enough is
revelation that
happening.
Barbara's alive is like a great cliffhanger, right? Like,
That would have been great.
yeah. Then we could have focused more in the first half on the Barbara element, and then more on the second on
Yes.
the actual plausible suspects. Yeah.
Because Barbara here,
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't gone past this yet, but she's a one scene wonder too. She doesn't show up again. She's
No,
just here
no.
to give us this information that somebody stole her identity. She died, and since she was in such a mess financially and emotionally, she
Hmm.
just let everyone think that she had died.
Just decided to start her life over, which honestly kind of does sound appealing.
I mean,
Like, not all of us get that. Well, these days we're too tracked
tethered.
everywhere. But yeah,
It's
but
harder
what an
nowadays.
empowering sort of situation to like get away from all these people that you don't get along with, that you don't care from, you don't work with your family well, and
Well, and it
just
got her
like, hey,
clean.
new
Well,
life.
clearly it
Yeah,
worked.
yeah.
Clearly it worked.
This conversation. I love how like they tiptoe around the actual name of these organizations. I joined a group. They helped me straighten out. I
You
don't
know,
know
it's funny.
why.
There's another
I
episode
should laugh at it, but
where two alcoholics or an alcoholic is talking to Jessica and she's like, we go to a meeting. Like a
yeah,
meeting? Like I
yeah,
wonder
yeah.
if again that was like a we can't
We can't totally
endorse
represent
that.
this. Yeah, yeah. This isn't Mom after all. This is a
Yeah.
1986 Murder, She Wrote.
Well, because also, I mean AA is still controversial for its Christian leanings, but
Yeah,
it's sort of
yeah,
like I wonder if that was also like we don't want to get too specific with that. That's
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
because it is a
Um,
proper noun. Like it is also a company.
totally.
It's like saying get me a Coke when everyone says get me a cola, or get me some aspirin when they mean Tylenol.
Well,
That's one of the things that I know everyone always talks about how like my phone number is 555, etc. In like, okay. But what always gets me out of reality is when I need to take some aspirin. No, you don't. Who the fuck takes aspirin? What are
nobody
you
takes
talking
aspirin
about?
anymore. What are you, 86? Please.
I mean, what's also
Little,
funny is to
yellow,
me
different.
is that people will say Tylenol or ibuprofen or like, but nobody says acetaminophen. Like that's also because it's sort of a hard thing to say.
You know what? I take that as a personal challenge. I'm gonna start saying, oh, could really use some acetaminophen.
Well, that's
See,
also very
see how
difficult.
many
This political
people
climate.
I know,
That's
right?
also controversial right
I'm
now,
gonna put it on a
considering.
t-shirt, loud and proud.
Hmm.
Uh, liver be damned. Um, there. Oh, I also
So,
wanted to
okay,
say
just
something about we
so that
have to.
conversation,
Yes,
just
yes. There's
really,
a
really
lot to
quick.
sum up. Yeah.
The conversation, I'm going to pause this for just a second because
Oh,
they're already talking about schizophrenia.
yeah.
But the conversation that Doris, in theory, heard, if we are to believe Doris, are we meant to believe that that actually happened because Barbara is alive and they had that conversation and is a redhead?
I think Jessica is supposed to think.
Well, Jessica's us. So are we
Yeah, oh, I see. I
supposed
see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I guess because I already know what happens. Uh,
I barely know what happens, so I don't even
um,
know. Did that happen?
that what Carol saw, or I'm sorry, Doris saw.
What Doris heard? Yeah.
Did it happen? No.
Yeah. Okay.
It didn't happen. She made it up intentionally to mislead
Okay.
Fletcher. Yeah.
Okay.
I
But
also
she knew
we
that Barbara
should
was alive.
yeah, we should talk about some of the stuff that Barbara said because before we go on, because it's pretty important. First of all, she says she's in this group, they're straightening her out, and she met a guy, but she only joined the group a couple months ago, and she met this guy and they're talking about getting married. Isn't like getting in a relationship with other people in AA like
Yes. It's
really
frowned
it's
upon.
like
Yeah.
forbidden, not
Hmm.
forbidden, but it's you're not really
Frowned
supposed to
upon.
do that.
You're not
And
supposed
she's
to.
only been in this group for like a few months and she's going to marry
No.
one of her other
You are not
eh,
supposed to get in relationships while you're in recovery.
it feels
We all know.
wrong. It feels like
Here.
Barbara, you gotta chill out a little bit longer. Um, but she also talked about how she had to do, as a part of her program, make amends face to face with her sister, which is also a very Alcoholics Anonymous thing. Have
So
you,
she came to
by the way,
Boston last week.
yeah, have you ever had anybody come to you and make amends with you for any kind of substance abuse issues or anything?
Yes, actually.
Yeah, I have too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was narcotics, but
Hmm.
it was and I don't to be fair, I interpret it as a I don't know, step seven. I don't know what step it is. Um,
Yeah, I don't either.
but they didn't say that it was, but they did indicate that they were in therapy
Yeah,
at the moment. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, that's a more complicated story that we don't have to get involved.
Sure. Yes, it is. I was just curious because I remember watching this episode and thinking like, oh, I've actually been a part of that kind of conversation, and it's not really
I
what you think it is.
I find it to be troublesome because it puts I don't know. There's a part of me, and there's that the phone call in Adele's Hello is one of my ideas of hell. The
Oh
idea that
God,
someone's
yeah,
calling and saying, "Hey, by the way, I know we haven't spoken, but I want to make this about." I'm like, no, leave me the fuck alone. No, no, no,
yeah.
no, 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 no,
Bye
no,
bye.
no. And going up to somebody that you've wronged is complicated
Yeah.
because it is not my responsibility and also, what the fuck is responsibility? I'm swearing like a sailor this episode. Um, it's not my I don't think it's based in reality to assume that someone A has to accept your apology,
Right.
B wants that apology,
Hmm.
or C wants to even think about it anymore.
Yeah.
So the idea of coming and centering yourself to
Hmm.
make yourself feel better and say, are we good? Don't
Right.
put your recovery on my because I know you're supposed to technically be trained and understand that your apology may not be
May not be
granted,
accepted or welcome. Yeah,
but
yeah.
we're complicated people, and me saying fuck off may actually spiral you, and you
Hmm.
may say, well, then I might as well go back to drugs.
Yeah.
Don't do that to me.
I kind of agree with you, and I know that this is really nuanced and the circumstance changes everything, but there is sort of like this that part of the recovery process has nothing to do with the people who have been wronged and everything to do with the person who's recovering. And so
Mhm.
why does someone who's been wronged have to be brought back into the folds? And I'm sure there are people out there who have much different perspectives on this and can help us understand it from a different perspective. But um, I don't know. It does feel a little precarious and like keep me out of it. It's not my even
Yeah,
if
it's
even if I
one-sided.
didn't care, even if I were to say, yeah, it's no big deal, like keep me out of it. Do your work.
Well, because then again, if
I
you
don't
say
know. That
no
seems
big
really
deal,
insensitive, I know, but
well, it's real. I mean, if somebody
yeah.
says, I'm sorry for what I did, and I say, don't worry about it, well, then I'm sort of downplaying that as well.
Yeah.
I'm not here to walk you through that. I'm just
Hmm.
not.
Yeah.
And I guess it also does depend on what it is, because they're like, my apology came from somebody who um fucked up friendships of mine and started uh rumors and innuendo. So
So
that
there's
was
a
a
lot of
specific
damage.
situation.
Yeah.
If it was somebody who had either like physically or sexually hurt me in some
Hmm.
way, leave me the fuck alone. Um, if I was related to that person, it could be different. Like there's a whole lot of different stuff. It just, I don't know. Uh,
It's tricky. I
it's
I
messy.
know it is messy. The only reason I even brought it up was because
Sure.
Barbara mentions in this that Carol did not react very um normally. That
Only
maybe that's not
last
the right way.
week.
Yeah, this just happened. This, which is
But
why Carol in the beginning of the episode had said like, "Oh yeah, Barbara's alive. Yeah, oh yeah, she's here.
she's
I saw
back.
Barbara. Yeah." But what she said is that Carol didn't seem to like not accept that it was her, or
But what's
there's
also weird about
something.
that
Yeah,
is that Carol knew that people thought she was dead, that people thought
yeah,
Barbara was dead.
yeah.
Because in reality, not in anyone's imagination, Barbara's identity was stolen and
Hmm.
that person died, and everyone thought that she was dead.
Yeah.
So, Carol, it's weird that Carol would say, when Jessica said, oh, I heard she died in a plane crash, that Carol said, oh, it's more complicated
Oh,
than that.
Barbara's
But
alive. I
no,
think
she
she
actually
says,
is alive.
"Yeah, Barbara's here. Yeah, yeah. What are you talking about? Barbara's alive.
No,
What?
she says
Ain't no
he's
thing."
wrong. She didn't die in any plane crash. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
there's more to it than that,
Hmm.
honey. There's more like, oh no, I know why he thinks that because everyone thought that.
Yeah,
Because she said she faked her death essentially in a plane
right.
crash.
Well, and what we're
It's
getting
just
here is that Carol is maybe not in her right mind because she's
no, yeah.
not like the cognitive function of saying like, "Oh, by the way, she didn't die in that plane crash." That piece is missing, right? Like there's something off. And this is
Yeah.
what Barbara gets at. This is what Van Johnson was sort of getting at. This is what Doris was getting at, and is that Carol is, I'm going to use un-PC terms here, but she's a nut.
Yeah.
Um,
We have to talk about Carol.
yeah.
We have to figure out what's going on.
Hmm. Because Carol is still maybe the most viable suspect for killing her boyfriend.
It's a roundabout way of doing it, but sure.
Sure. Right. Because what we're doing is sowing doubt that Carol is in her right mind. And if she's not in her right mind, then she may be capable of something really,
Well, because
really
we're
dangerous.
also we kind of danced around this,
Yeah.
but Doris was kind of intimating that there was a split personality situation.
Right. Right. Very Norman
Um,
Bates-ish, very
right.
put on the wig and
Very,
fight with yourself. Yeah.
yeah. And that's the question, isn't it? There's an actually we talked about Karen Black last up 2 episodes ago, or two or three. And Karen Black, there's a segment in Trilogy of Terror, actually the middle segment, where Karen Black plays sisters. And the question throughout that whole thing is, are they the same person?
Yeah.
And it's a great, I mean, it's one of the lesser remembered of the trilogy of terror
Yeah.
because it's not the Zuni fetish doll.
Hmm.
But this reminds me of that because 80s
Sure.
loved 80s loved a DID, dissociative identity disorder.
Oh,
And we
sure.
still do. We still do.
Yeah. It sort of comes
We
back
love
in
the idea
fashion
of
every
it.
20 years or so. That makes sense. Yeah.
We had
Totally.
that whole what Michael McAvoy episode movie Split, where the question
Yeah.
was is it
Hmm.
was all of these different things, and they kind of that was controversial because that was like, is this ableism? But then it turned out to be, oh no, he's actually just a superhero.
Yeah. Yeah. I love him,
Uh,
by the way. Ooh, I love him.
mm,
James McAvoy.
uh,
Uh,
yeah, so we do this a lot where
hmm
like it's a fascinating disorder. It's actually fairly infrequent for it to be
hmm So popularized in TV and film and pop culture.
in the way that it is. Yeah,
It's very
like it's
provocative, I think, and people want to know more about it. And so we get things like
and it's
this that
kind of like
maybe mess up the
it's
ends a little bit.
it's kind of rude to like, it's kind of like it's not our
Hmm.
business to like
Yeah.
invent like that kind of thing. But it's also severely based in trauma.
Oh, 100%.
This isn't
Yeah.
like what is it in Golden Girls they say it's mental illness, not a party trick. Like it's just true. Like it's like they sort of dance around that in that episode too because it's silly and it's
Hmm.
it's empty nests. But uh what happened to Chuck so detrimentally that made
Totally.
him break into three different personalities
Oofta.
essentially. Um
Yeah.
so actually let's get a little bit of
Let's do,
Barbara
yeah. Why
bringing
not?
us back.
Yeah.
Last week, Barbara, what happened when you confronted Carol?
She acted strange. Like she couldn't accept it was really me standing there.
She thought you were dead.
Like she didn't believe I was her
What do you
sister.
Why is
think,
that
bitch?
confusing? Why is that
Jesus.
confusing?
Anyway, that's when I left.
But you tried to get in touch with her again 2 nights later after Brian East's death?
I heard about it on the radio and... How?
I answered the phone. You hung up.
You. I thought it was just Carol being spooky.
Spooky?
Look, I've told you all I know.
I found these notes.
Mm. Okay.
He told me the head transfer
So
was- It seems
Oh,
that Carol
I think it's kind of. Do you want to listen to this too?
not like her parents would have done had they remained alive.
Yes, I see.
that's
Although he never treated her after the loss of her sister, Doctor imagines Carol's guilt was overwhelming. Her probable reasoning, if she hadn't tossed Barbara out of the house, Barbara would still be alive.
Keep reading.
It's possible Carol dealt with it by refusing to admit Barbara was dead, keeping her alive in her mind. And if Barbara showed up alive, how could she acknowledge her?
Casebook schizophrenia.
first of all, there is
No.
no such thing as casebook schizophrenia.
No.
It is a nuanced and complicated disorder.
No single case of schizophrenia looks like the next. Yeah,
I
it's
mean, well done, TV detective. Like,
hmm Oh, we got it. Figured out. Perfect. And this is what this whole episode has been leading up to, that Carol is
well,
again a nut.
and it also confuses schizophrenia with
Hmm.
dissociative identity disorder, as
Totally.
well as all kinds of stuff, which is why
Uh-huh.
we have different language now. And we don't even call manic depressives anymore. We now
Yeah,
say
this is like
bipolar.
40 years ago.
It
Yeah.
really is.
Things
So
have really evolved since here.
my mom was diagnosed in the early 80s, late 70s with manic depressive, and she was
Hmm.
on medication for that. And I don't know, there was a lot going on with my mom at the time, but we don't to grow up knowing that that's what somebody called that and then being told, well, now we know that that's bipolar and it may have been something else. She actually may have been borderline. It may have been something like it could have been like
Hmm.
it sort of makes you think like, well, then how many people were misdiagnosed by default
Oh
and then
gosh.
go through so many things?
it's overwhelming to think about, actually. Maybe best not to.
I
Um,
mean, well, we think about this also with like celebrities and famous people. Like we talk about like how many people that we never knew were autistic,
oh,
that were famous or that were
sure.
notable, or that or even outside of disorders, but were in social circumstances that may have been trans, that may have been secretly passing in some other fashion because that was what you had to do to
Hmm.
survive, and there weren't any medical
Hmm.
like there are so many people that are undiagnosed intersex. Like there's like so
Sure.
much. Yeah, there's so much. Um
And those folks must sort of adapt to the the guidelines that have
mhm.
been
Or go
developed
through
up
life
until
without
that point.
knowing that,
Yeah.
or go through life never knowing that that was their reality.
Yeah. Yeah.
People have come and gone where that was never even challenged. Like it's
Right.
just sort of like shit. Um so
Can
when
you
we get into these
imagine?
sort of like, yeah.
Yeah. You can imagine being like 60 or 70 and then coming to terms today with something that was totally misdiagnosed 40 years ago or something. And I wonder that must feel very affirming and also frustrating as fuck.
Well, I mean, my father didn't know he had a gluten allergy till he was 55.
That's crazy.
He was just getting sick after,
You
and
just
he
had to
ate a
be
lot of bread and
sick. Yeah.
pizza. Like that was just it.
Hmm.
Because we didn't talk about celiac. Like we just
Totally.
didn't. And it's also like circumstances can change too. Like my husband's tolerance for bread has changed over the years.
Yeah.
He can't do regular milk, but that develops with other things as well.
Sure.
Like that's
Yeah.
not, there's so much, like it's just, there's I don't know, it's just it's kind of terrifying to think about
Yeah.
how much we go through. And that's why like I understand the whole like anti-acetaminophen fear mongering that is happening in
Hmm.
our current administration is sort of both laughable and silly. If it was another administration, I don't know if I would feel that way. Like it's just sort of it's sort of like, is
Yeah.
it the guys
Context
who
is
cry
important.
wolf or
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
um like we do go through so many stages of like, what the fuck do we know?
We still
Yeah,
don't. In 40
we
years, we're going to
still
say,
don't.
what the hell were we thinking?
I know. I know.
God
We used
willing,
to
right?
take
Yeah.
arsenic. We used to take
I
arsenic.
know. I know. Yummy.
Cocaine was in Coca-Cola. Like,
Delicious.
delightful.
Delicious.
Lovely.
I love that zing it gives me. Uh,
Like Red Dye number three
refreshing.
is a relatively new development. Like, I
That's
know.
true. That's true.
Anyway,
Oh.
where are we? We're back with
Uh,
Van Johnson.
some stuff has happened. Jessica and the new detective showed up at Carol's house to find her. Um,
It was ransacked,
it was ransacked. And this is the
and
scene where
she
they
wasn't there.
found this is the scene where, well, okay, at this ransacked house, they found not only a ripped up headshot because, we have them around, but a red sort of red brown frizzy wig and dynamite
Just
because
dynamite.
just conveniently dynamite
That's how
in
you
the
blow up a
ransacked.
car, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Um, and of course, it makes Carol look immediately like she's gone off the deep end and she's the killer and she blew up her boyfriend in her own car and she's lost her mind. But Jessica's like, why on earth would we have not found these things before? Why are they all of a sudden here now? Where is Carol?
Right. You want to hear a little
Which,
bit of the accusation scene with her and
yeah,
Van?
yes.
It's the closest thing we get to like, you did
Well,
this argument. Like we don't
yeah.
really get though.
And I have some thoughts about this too, so let's hear it out.
Notice the night that Bryan was killed.
What are you talking about?
It showed you posing with your wife and your daughter 3 years ago on the 4th of July.
This is that photograph.
Rearrange the decorations.
In the background were two blurred figures. One of them was Carol and
Blurred.
the other was Barbara.
I recognize her stance.
So, what?
Your daughter lied to me, Elliot. Doris told me she didn't know Barbara McDermott, that she'd never met her.
She made a mistake.
It was no mistake, Elliot, or you wouldn't have removed the picture because you knew what else she had told me. Desperate lie about hearing Carol pleading with Barbara in their kitchen 2 months ago.
please.
But I wasn't supposed to believe that it was Barbara. Doris wanted me to believe it was Carol pretending to be Barbara. A tormented Carol on the verge of a breakdown. Which is why you made sure both Lieutenant Travis and I ended up at that sanitarium. You wanted us to learn of Carol's psychiatric treatment. You wanted Carol to take the blame for setting the bomb in her own car. You wanted us to believe that it was the Barbara side of her personality that had tried to kill Carol.
And why would I do that?
To protect someone that you couldn't bear to lose. You'd already trashed Carol's house, planted the dynamite and that red wig to convince everyone that poor
From his
Carol
personal
was the
collection.
mad killer. Then you brought her to the hospital and arranged
Probably.
to meet her on the outside. To take her where?
Really, Jessica, this is preposterous.
It is,
Where
but
is
she has a
she,
point.
Elliot?
Where is she, Elliot? She's so determined.
What's going on here?
And then Donnie shows up.
The cops are looking for her, and I'm pulling out of the parking lot, and the guard wants to know whether you and Carol are still here.
Then she is here.
No.
Oh, come on. He saw you drive in together a half hour ago.
This is so fucked up right here.
It is
She
so
runs
fucked
into
up.
the side room.
Oh, no.
This tableau.
Passed out, a bottle of pills.
Han, call an ambulance. And
You know what it is? It's that Victorian picture of the woman on the fainting
Yes,
couch
it
with the
is.
demon
Yes, it is.
sitting on her.
What is that? A lymphant? No, that's not it. I
Oh,
can't
I
think.
don't
I should
remember.
know better.
I found the dynamite. And when I confronted Doris with
No,
It's called
I can't think
It's
of it.
called The Nightmare by Fuseli.
The Nightmare, of course, the Nightmare.
Yeah, that is exactly what that is. Like that is straight up.
Ew.
All right, I'll have to
I
include that
love it. Yeah.
on the
Put it next
Instagram.
to a photo of Carol draped
The
over this
Incubus.
chaise. Yeah. Um, well, that's our finale then. We've sort of figured it out.
Yeah, we don't get a Doris confession though, do
This
we?
this is my thought is that Doris, who I think is really good in this episode, she gets robbed of her confession scene. We don't see her again. But apparently
We'd
it's
run out of
because
time.
dad figured out what she's doing and he has sedated her so she can't do any more damage, which is, I guess, a good thing. But I feel a little, I mean, we get Van Johnson, who is really superb in this scene because you can see he's just trying to keep it together. But Carol is cheated out of her confession, or Doris. Ugh, names.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, too many old lady
Yeah,
names at that. But
honestly.
I also love that Doris decided to dress in a blue sweetheart shaped cocktail dress
Hmm.
to kill Carol.
This is the dress she was wearing at that party. Yes, it
No.
is. If you go back to the
Did
beginning
we go
scene,
the
you
whole fucking
see
time?
You see Doris in that blue dress. It's the same dress.
Holy
There it is,
shit.
right? So it was there the whole
Holy
time.
shit. Fletcher, I have seen this episode a dozen times.
Nope.
Holy shit.
This lazy
It's
bitch didn't
there
even
the
have the time
whole
to
time.
change dresses. It's the
You know
same
what?
dress.
As bitchy as I was about the writing,
Yeah.
you get some points back for that, writers,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that is exquisite. Although, wait a second, is it shaped the right way? Okay, yeah, it has the
It's the
shoulder thing.
same. It's the same dress. Same color. Yep.
Wow.
So what that
Wow.
means is that Doris, after Brian got blown up at this party,
Accidentally.
she
Because we
stayed in the
confirmed that that
same,
was an
yeah,
accident. We
yeah,
confirmed that was meant for Carol.
yeah, it was meant for Carol. She's trying to off her for taking Brian and she wanted her job and because Doris is unwell.
Yes. As we saw, because anyone taking pills on
Hmm.
TV is unwell.
Uh-huh. And shaking while they're doing it, right? Yeah, yeah, that's her. Blue
Uh,
dress, big old knife.
yeah,
Um,
that's a bit excessive. The
we
knife.
did get a
Although
little for
she's
our
dramatic. If
listeners.
she's gonna blow up that, she
This
did.
is see, and this is why I really like the character of Doris because Doris is unhinged.
Yeah.
Doris is a loose cannon. She tells that wildly preposterous story about Carol and Barbara arguing. She really like she's not wise. She's not making smart decisions here.
Okay, so she kills Travis because she was there to kill Barbara, but Travis
Yeah.
showed up instead.
Because after this is what I was saying, after Bryan got blown up, Doris would have been like, damn, I didn't get the right one, and went
Yeah,
back that night to try to kill her,
yeah.
to
Which
finish the
is
job.
which is interesting because what's the end game there? You're not
Yeah.
going to make it look like a suicide with that
No.
gigantic knife. Like you're still going to
Doris is leaving evidence all over the place.
all over the place. She's
Yeah,
not
she's
wearing gloves.
careless. Yeah.
She's not thinking it through.
No, no. Because she's
And
unwell.
so when Carol came home and found Travis dead, she saw quickly a woman with red hair in blue dress. And since she's the only other redhead, she
Hmm.
thought that must have been Barbara. And
Yeah.
apparently, we find out that Van Johnson didn't know that Barbara was really alive. All of that sort of
Yeah.
happened
Yeah.
outside of him.
Yeah. Because I think if Barbara had actually been dead, this plan might have tracked better for Doris, right?
Yeah, I mean, to think though that he was willing to let this happen and to work with his daughter side by side in theory
Uh-huh.
the rest of his life. No.
Well, and at the end of this episode, they make it sound like, yep, Doris is going to go to jail. Sorry, so are you, Van Johnson.
Well, Doris, he's so we get a little
Or,
wave from like a little wave
mhm,
aside. Jessica's like, "Well, where's Doris now?" And Van Johnson says, "She's home. I have a nurse with her. She's sedated."
yeah.
But okay,
All
yeah,
right.
is she gonna get
Great.
picked up? And
Cool.
Doris is probably not going to go to jail. Actually, she's probably going to go to
We
a
gotta
mental
go. Yeah.
facility.
Yeah, for sure. But Van Johnson is definitely going to jail. He kidnapped her.
I know.
He
And
was
frankly,
hiding. He was hiding
Linda
Carol in
Hamilton should
his office.
probably. I know. I know.
It's
I know.
crazy.
It's and she's still not great. I know that like isn't the shtick is also that we tried to make her seem unwell so that you'd think it was her.
Yeah.
Linda Hamilton didn't make that difficult. Carol made it
No.
really easy to think that because something is also
Uh-huh.
wrong with Carol.
Yeah, Carol is unwell. I mean, if we look at Carol's story, okay, she has a fight with her sister. Her sister flies away and blows up. She thinks she's totally responsible for it. She goes to a mental institution to try to cope with this. And then 2 years later, people are fucking with her.
And
Talk
her
about
boyfriend
menace.
dies.
Yeah,
Her boyfriend dies. She thinks
yeah,
her sister is back. No, actually, it's her boss trying to drug her and do all of these things. Like, there's so much going on. She's going to be in
yeah.
therapy for fucking ever.
This is like our friend in Reflections of the Mind who's just getting fucked with from every direction. No
Yes.
wonder she's crumbling. Yeah.
Well, it's like one of the main situations in murder mysteries and specifically murder she wrote is a lot of
Hmm.
gaslighting. You
A lot of
gotta
it. Yeah.
a lot of it. And there's
Yeah.
no coincidence that Angela Lansbury was the antagonist in Gaslight.
Yes.
But this episode ends very abruptly.
Very much. They
She's
needed a
still
little
on the
more
couch.
time.
Like, this is what I mean. Like, I really think this should have been a two-parter.
Hmm. Or
Um,
nip some of the fat out of it, some of the other things like the manager and I don't know.
we don't need as many suspects. It's another one where
No.
there are too many suspects that we know
Yeah.
really early aren't the
Are
suspect.
not suspects. Yeah. All the tennis
Could you
players, all
imagine
the
if we had gone
managers,
through,
all the yeah.
could we have gone through all of that? We found it was Sissy. Can you imagine going through all of that and finding out, oh no, it's actually Sissy in the wings? That would have been really unsatisfying.
No, yeah, truly like and not the vibe. Not that'd be out of the Hitchcock scope. Um, but you even said it. It's also like really fucked up. What was Van Johnson gonna do with Carol? Honestly, what was he gonna do with her? He had kidnapped her for God's sakes, and she was drugged
I
in his
ass-
office.
I assumed it was going to look like suicide. I assumed
I
that he was
mean,
going to kill her
that's kind of what it's messaging to
to
us,
make it
right?
look like an
Like
overdose.
an overdose because she's crazy.
Guilt.
She killed a bunch of people and then ended herself. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah,
Despicable.
yeah. Either accidental or she was just taking too many. Like, yeah. It's
Just to protect Doris, his
this
only remaining family,
psychotic.
right?
Uh, I mean,
Psychotic Doris.
maybe I'm just not sentimental enough.
Yeah.
I love my family. I don't know who I do for. I'm sorry, sisters and family. I just don't know. I just don't know. Uh, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I could do that. I
Yeah.
think part of the issue is because it's so personal. Like everyone's really close here. This is
Yeah.
not like some faceless corporation or some company
No.
or
It's a small
um
organization. They all know each other. It's all character, which is what you said, right? This is all really character driven.
mhm. It's characters and vibes
Hmm. It's good.
and
It's good.
intrigue over substance, in my
Hmm.
opinion. In my
I think
opinion.
that's fair. I think that's fair. Well, for God's sakes, we go like 14 minutes before the murder even takes place. We have all this stuff
And
to
an
get through.
unexpected murder, a murder
Yeah.
that's not even alluded to.
Yeah.
Uh, and a lot of times we can go into Murder She Wrote and say, "Oh, this person's a dick. He's probably going to die," or
Yeah.
"Oh, this person is really being played up as being a victim. They're probably going to die."
Yeah.
And this one is a switch. This is a switch. Um,
Yeah.
because in the Mildred
Oh.
Natwick one, we can see, oh, we're setting this up to be an elderly woman who is murdered.
Hmm.
In another one, we're like, oh, Christopher Bunny's a total dick, and all these people don't seem to like him. Okay, he's probably
Yeah.
going to be the one to snuff it. You're like, oh, it might be Carol. Oh, no, it's not.
Yeah, it's really not clear. And then when it's Brian who has so little, I mean, it makes sense. We've talked about this before. I think Brian has so little to do that he is the
It's just good
perfect
guy.
victim, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
good.
we
Insert
don't
good
get
guy, handsome man.
it. We don't get to know him enough to like really care that he's dead, but it's important that he's dead. Um,
I think we're given the reason we care, and again we sort of forget that he's important because we
yeah.
focus a lot on Carol. Is the way everyone responds.
Hmm.
We know he's a good guy because everyone's wrecked by this,
Yeah.
and because
Yeah.
it's so shocking for
Right.
everyone else.
Right. Well,
Um, this re
he was a very service-oriented boyfriend. He was like, "Oh, I'll take care of it. I'll take your car. I'll go take care of this for you. I'm a good guy." Kaboom. Yeah.
right. He's hugging his girlfriend from behind and holding
Hmm.
her all chummy. He's clearly the nice guy in that tennis game with douchebag
Hmm.
where
He's joyful, he's
he's the
friendly.
professional.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Poor Brian.
poor Brian. I think I said this recently. I was watching Matlock, and he was the suspect in Matlock in the Christmas episode,
Ah,
where and that was an interesting. I appreciated seeing him in that too, because
he
him
did
as
a
the
lot.
suspect
Yeah.
was an interesting one.
He
Although
did a
Matlock
lot
is
of
funny.
character role TV.
Matlock is one of those shows where it does the Columbo thing sometimes, where we
Yeah.
know he's not the one, where we know who didn't do it, or we
Hmm.
know who did do it,
Hmm.
and then we have to find out how. Everybody else has to come to
Oh,
terms with
Matlock,
that.
right, right.
Yeah.
Sometimes whenever I watch Matlock, I have to really shift to the format of that show.
It's a bonkers
Yeah.
weirdo one. Uh, but
I like the mystery of it all.
I mean, I
Yeah.
again, it was one of those shows that was male protagonist. It was never gonna catch me as
Yeah.
a faggy youngster, but it's
A
gotten me in
faggy
my
youngster.
older year. So we've wrapped up our murder.
Menace, anyone?
Thoughts on the episode? How it done?
Okay. I like this episode a lot. I watched a lot. I think Linda Hamilton's sort of ludicrous, hysterical screaming is really fun. Maybe that sounds a little creepy, but something about her. She's good.
She's
Like I want
committed.
to
She's
watch
committed.
her. She is really good in this episode. And I also think that Van Johnson is exceptional. I think he's much better in this episode than he was in the last. I think he's better suited to this type of role. Also, like shout out to like the quality and the timbre of his voice is just really lovely to listen to. Could listen to Van
Mm.
Johnson speak all of his lines over and over again. And I think Doris is shortchanged here because when she's on screen, she really does a lot. Like she really shows up and does the work. Um, and I'm really upset that we don't get her in the final confession scene. I think it could have been more dynamic, but I get that Van Johnson is like the name in the episode, so we're gonna give him this moment. So
Mm.
that's sort of my thought. I wish Doris got her final hurrah or whatever. Um,
I think I think I know why she
it makes
doesn't.
sense, sure.
Well, not
Um,
just because Van Johnson's the name,
yeah,
but because he's the one with the motivation. Her confession isn't as interesting on paper or in
no, it's
practice
not.
than him trying to cover it up because she didn't do any of the cover up.
I mean, that's what
Really,
makes
her,
it interesting, right?
yeah, she's
Is that she just
just
she's kind of just
hacking
flailing
away.
about, yeah. And he's
Yeah.
like, "Good grief, what am I gonna do with this fucking bitch?" Yeah.
So what her confession really has to do would just is really kind of already summed up
Hmm.
by her earlier monologue.
Yeah.
Um, and again, you say that that didn't happen. So it didn't happen because we got the confirmation that she said that was a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
But the question then remains, did she know that Barbara was really alive?
Good question.
How
I
could
don't think
she?
she did. I don't think she did. I think
So it's just a coincidence that they're creating the idea that Bar they were trying to come up with this thing that Carol thinks that Barbara's alive and unbeknownst to all of them, to spoil their fun, Barbara really is
Barbara
alive.
actually is alive and showed up. Yeah.
Well, that certainly is a fly in the ointment.
Uh-huh. Again, like they didn't plan this very well. Like, well, she didn't.
Well, how could you know? Look at these
And
shorts
Van
on
Johnson
Brian.
is just that's what I said. Oh my
I
gosh, the
know.
legs. Come on.
The episode is looped back, folks, as
Uh-huh.
you probably have learned by now.
We get both of
Um,
our male tennis stars here in their nice shorts.
you see
White
a
too.
real difference in the maturity level too. Bryan Cranston really comes off as like the professional, and this
Hmm.
blonde, upstart, whiny little bitch
He's a petulant
kid.
little brat, yeah.
It
Yeah.
really is night and day. It's
Hmm.
good juxtaposition.
Hmm.
It tells you everything you need to know about these characters that you really only have scant seconds to
Yeah.
learn about.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I interrupted you with the Van Johnson monologue thing, but go
Oh no, no, it's all good. I was distracted by Donnie's legs, so
ahead.
I've lost that thought.
Um, I think Doris is good in this. I like the idea of it. Again, problematic elements aside, this is it lives in its own vacuum. This is not a medical report. In universe, this version of mental illness, sure. Um, but I'll say that there's a reason that shows like this and media is very important is because this does shape our opinions on what we think things are.
Totally.
This reads as it's one thing to say, oh, well, this isn't a documentary, so why would anybody believe it?
Hmm.
Like, well, because this isn't anything this episode isn't telling us anything new about people with mental illness that we don't get from
No,
other sides.
no. I think it would have been served better if the whole episode, not just after that 14-minute mark where the murder occurs, had been a little bit more Hitchcock coded.
Hmm.
I think if the writers had leaned into that, then we can sort of what we're doing with the mental health conversation, there's a little bit more forgiveness for it, I think. But
Hmm.
because it's not, and because it still sort of has one foot in the real world and one foot in Hitchcock, I think that's where it gets convoluted and those sort of storylines that you're talking about here get
Yeah.
a little messy and a little irresponsible, maybe. I don't know.
Well, it's interesting because again, the Hitchcock element, camera angles aside, that inform that opinion
Yeah.
and the music cues and
Yeah.
all of that is made up. All of that is fantasy. That is
Right.
essentially
Right.
we are being tricked into thinking
Yes.
that because of the actions of Van Johnson and his daughter.
Hmm.
These like if we had seen those shot differently, we wouldn't have had those opinions because we
Exactly.
would see them differently.
Yeah.
So that's the writers and the cinematographer and the director having fun with us in that regard.
Oh
Because
yeah,
again,
they're
this is
fucking
still
with
meant to
us.
be this is
Totally.
highly entertaining.
Hmm.
Um, and then I think it gets into a little bit. If anyone watches Hitchcock, a lot of people have, I think, an opinion of that's Rear Window, that's Psycho, that's The Birds. It's also Family Plot and Frenzy and the late 70s.
Uh-huh.
Uh, we have to keep in mind that there was an entire era of Hitchcock that was not that, and this episode still leans into that
Totally.
later
Yep.
material, which is also
Hmm.
why we keep mentioning Brian DePalma a lot of the time too, because we
Yes.
see that parallel as well.
Hmm.
Um, and I think there is a
Yeah.
bit of a Brian De Palma kind of at the end of Dress to Kill, very similar to
Sure.
the end of Silence of the Lambs, where it kind
Hmm.
of waves away and says, "See, it wasn't actually
It wasn't what you
a trans
thought.
person. It
Yeah.
wasn't a trans person. He's actually just a this." And it's sort of like you've spent a whole movie telling us that it's a this. You can't
Uh-huh.
just say. So here we get like, see, it wasn't
Oh,
really
by the
mental
way, yeah,
illness.
yeah.
Like, but it kind of still
But
is
she
because
she does she does live with mental illness. It sounds like she spent years dealing with mental illness. So
yeah,
yeah,
like
it
I know you
conflates
want
a
to like
lot
cover
for
your,
us.
you want to, yeah.
Like, I mean, I get,
Uh,
I like that what we're told in the end is like, oh, Carol is actually someone who needs better folks around her to care for her, rather rather than
just
Carol's a nut and
what
she killed everyone. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
she's got to be
yeah,
under 30, and she has
yeah,
had her parents were both killed in that accident. She
yeah.
thought her sister was dead. Her boyfriend has just died. She's undervalued at her job, which clearly is a men's dominated field because we're sort
Hmm.
of that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And it's like
And then her boss
Linda,
kidnaps her and tries to stage her suicide. Come on. This poor woman, she needs friends like Jessica. Well, maybe she doesn't. Stay away from
bring
Jessica
on the
Fletcher.
robots. I know, I know.
Yeah.
Uh,
3 cheers for Carol. We got you, girl.
yeah. Sarah Connor, difficult life.
Difficult. She must be a Scorpio rising. Uh,
Um, but I do like I think Van Johnson is very believable in this as
hmm
well.
hmm
Um, again, I only really know his I know this and I know his Golden Age Hollywood stuff. So
Yeah,
to see him sort of play this so sensitively,
sure.
I think is
You
cool.
really, you kind of you have a lot of pity for him at the end, even though he's done some despicable
Because his life is
things.
fucked
Like
too. His
his
life is
life
fucked too.
is
This is not what he
fucked.
planned. This is not what
His
he planned.
daughter fucked up her own life and his, and now
Ruined
he's
his
got to deal
legacy.
with yeah, yeah, he's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean they don't lean too hard into it, but it's the sort of fatherly duty that he felt to
Hmm.
do it. And I'm like, good God, like your daughter's an
Yeah.
asshole. Just cut the cord. Like
Just
let
cut
it.
the cord.
And I mean I think Linda Hamilton is also really interesting here too, because could you imagine if this was done by someone, I don't know, like Kirstie Alley had played the
Mm,
role. I think it's a very or Shelley Long or another
sure,
contemporary
sure.
actress. Um, I think it would have been a different. There's an intensity behind Linda Hamilton.
She is an intense performer and she's really magnetic, right? Like I always want, my eye always goes to her when she's on the screen. So she was definitely a heavy hitter even in this before her career was really, like really. Was this before Terminator?
Yes,
It was, right? Yeah.
Terminator was like 88, I think.
Would have been just before it. Yeah, Terminator. No, Terminator was 84. So she would have done this after Terminator.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what it is? I always think that Terminator and Terminator 2 were like
Or
within
like
years
back
of
to
each other,
back. No, they
and
were
they
quite
really
spaced
weren't.
out. At
They
least 10.
really
I think they
weren't.
were like 10 years apart. Yeah.
Almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this she was already a name. Okay, I take that back. I thought she wasn't. All right,
So
well that's even more
they knew
impressive,
what they were
frankly.
doing when they cast her. They were like, we want her. Yeah.
Well, she hadn't yet been typecast. We hadn't
Right.
thought of her as bad bitch
That's
Sarah
right.
Connor yet. Let's go back. Let's see. Da. Her first
Sarah
real
Connor.
role. Yeah.
Yes.
Uh She's done a couple TV movies.
Uh,
She was right. She was in Children of the Corn. I forgot about
yeah, she was one of
that.
the adults that stumbles on that
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
dreadful
yeah,
little
yeah.
little town.
Is she? I don't remember. Is she a Nepo
Not
baby?
a great movie, but
I know that she's often correlated with James Cameron because they were
she was
married. But
married. Yeah.
oh, I didn't. You know what's funny?
What?
She's an actual twin.
Yeah, she is.
I forgot that. And
Hmm.
here she's playing sisters, or she's playing who we're meant to think are sisters.
Right. I
Uh,
think, well, so right after this would have been Beauty and the Beast, her
yeah,
television
that
series.
would
And
that
that's
would have been
really
her
like what
next.
cemented her in like the zeitgeist, I think, beyond just the Terminator.
Because that's
Um,
the same network.
was it CBS?
I think it is because it's
Yeah.
on Paramount.
Did you ever watch Beauty and the Beast?
I did not. I did
No.
not.
I think we watched it
That's
a
what
little
Ron.
bit from time to time.
That's Hellboy, right? Ron Perlman
Yeah.
is the
Yep.
beast in that.
Ron Perlman is the Beast and she's the beauty.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I don't have any recollection of that being in the zeitgeist until
Yeah.
long after it was off the air.
It was on for
Like
like 3 years. So,
that's
and it's
so
funny that it
bonkers to
doesn't really
me.
show up anymore. Like you don't really see a lot of references to this Beauty and the Beast series. Maybe we'd watch and think like, wow, that is a product of the times. But um, yeah.
It's just so bonkers that that would have been on. I don't know. Just looking at the
Hmm.
promo photos for that, I'm like, really?
Hmm.
That was on in
It does feel a little
1987
like, what?
against Father Ted? Like,
Is this Jim Henson? What's going on? Against Father
um,
Ted. Oh, geez.
right. And then we get her, yeah, because she was also in Black Moon Rising and Secret Weapon. So she was starting. I mean, that was sort of like the era of these action films like Aliens
Hmm.
and The Abyss and things like that. So,
Totally. Oh, yeah.
and then I often think of her in Frasier because I'm a Frasier watcher, and she has a brief part in that.
What is she in
Um,
Frasier? I've seen all of Frasier. I don't remember that at all.
she's she calls Frasier's phone by accident and leaves a message on his machine, thinking that she's calling her sister. Um, and he goes to the airport to pick her up, knowing that her sister's not getting any of her numbers. So he goes to help.
Oh, he's
And they have this one
and he creeps on
scene,
her,
kind
doesn't
of,
he?
but
Yeah.
and she's perfect for him,
Uh-huh.
except she's married. And so it makes him decide to do an impulsive trip, which then leads him to the season premiere of the next episode. But
Okay, okay.
she's a cellist.
Oh, I
And
do remember it. Oh, you're
yeah,
right.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I just love her.
Um,
She's the star here.
and I like her. I think
Yeah.
she's an interesting actress. I think she plays sensitive and nurturing very well. She's the mom, and I think she has to be a mom in Dante's Peak, and she
Yes.
has to be both like the tough and the I'm doing this for my family. She has a significant
Yeah.
part in Resident Alien that is a series that just wrapped.
Hmm.
And I'm happy that it wrapped on its own terms. It ended when it was in theory supposed to.
Yeah.
And she's this tough, like sci-fi fan service general because she's like, it's from Terminator, oh, it's Linda Hamilton. And then she gets like really sensitive
Yeah.
motivations, which I liked.
She really is kind of from that 80s ilk of super women that
Yeah.
way, right? I mean, you said Sigourney Weaver, great example. Um, yeah,
The
sensitive,
sort of
tough.
reemergence that sort of finishing what like Carrie Fisher began.
Oh, first, that's a great way of looking at it. Yeah,
Yeah.
because she's
Like
very nurturing
getting
and also
grittier
very
than she was ever
ballsy
allowed
and
to be.
tough. And yeah,
Hmm. But she
totally.
wasn't allowed to get dirty because she was
Yeah.
wearing all white. So, and then we would later see it in like an administrative perspective and like, Dana Scully from the
Yeah.
X-Files and things like that. But
Hmm.
for the most part, most of these women did not get down and dirty.
No.
I mean, even Barbarella was fighting in space completely unmarked.
What do you mean
She was complete.
unmarked?
She had no like stuff on her. She would look fabulous
Oh
the
yeah.
entire
Oh,
time.
she
She
just
was
looked so
never.
good.
And
Pussy out, come
meanwhile,
on, yeah.
Ripley and Connor are both like covered in grease. Like they're like,
Uh-huh.
yeah. But yeah, I like this episode. I think
Yeah.
it's wackadoodle if you really try to deconstruct it. And
Yeah.
I there are pieces of this that I'm still learning about, just talking about it with you, which I appreciate. Um,
It's a
but
good
I
one.
guarantee
It's
I've
a lot of
watched this
fun.
episode many, many times, and the first 5 or 6 times, I could not understand if Carol knew that Barbara was alive. I didn't understand. Like it just
Even
didn't,
now, I have questions about like what she's playing, and I think that's really good. Like how she's playing it.
because Barbara's saying, "Oh, I thought it was just Carol being spooky."
And then she shuts up. Oh, I
It was
think
a
I've said
week
enough.
ago. Yeah, like
What do
you
you
just saw her
what?
a
What?
week ago,
Uh-huh.
and you think that you thought so she's already being off kilter for someone
Yeah.
that you like.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's so
There's
much
some
going
people stuff
on.
happening here. Yeah. That
Yeah.
we didn't even we could have had a whole second episode. You're right. Yeah. If we really wanted to beat a dead horse, I suppose. But we'll have to just make do with this
I think it would
48
have been a
minutes.
perfectly healthy horse. I think it would have been a perfectly healthy horse. Ah,
Take it to the back,
well,
Pat.
that was menace anyway.
Menace, anyone?
It's it is an outlier. Again, this whole series is full of very distinctive episodes, and
This is definitely one.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it for that. Come next week, we get another distinctive moment in New Orleans. It's a fun one. It's the Mardi Gras episode.
One of
Um,
the more recognizable, or I'm not rec
yeah,
memorable for me
yeah.
anyway, episodes.
It's a
Really enjoy it.
highly recognizable one. It's got
Lots of
note
fun
Barbara
people in
Babcock is
it.
back.
Yes, we love.
George DiCenso is back. There's a few folks that make return visits as well as
Hmm.
Robert Forster is in it. And Miles, like New Orleans is fun. It's one of those things where
It's
you
always a
go to
party,
the
right?
every
There's
time you
always a
go to New
party in New
Orleans,
Orleans. Yeah.
Mardi Gras will be there.
Maybe I
Has
got
to
to go to
happen.
New Orleans. Let's do it. Let's get on a
It
plane.
only happens once a year, but anytime
But
if
Jessica's
you're
always there
Ashley
for it.
Judd, you're always gonna show up. Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
jeez.
But that's next week.
That's
So
next week.
concludes another adventure here. We're leaving Boston and going to New Orleans, and then after that, oh God, we're not even going back to Cabot Cove. I don't think we go back to Cabot Cove till next season.
No, we don't. Get those miles, baby.
Wow. All right.
Plan a
Damn.
trip. All right.
But that means we only have 2 episodes left, which means we gotta get our thinking caps
Wild.
on
I
for
know we got to
our
get that
wrap up.
list going, don't we?
And
New
uh
categories.
we have a special bonus episode in the works as well to
Hmm.
celebrate concluding yet another season. So
Which should drop right around Christmas time. So
just right before. Yeah.
just right before. Yeah.
Yeah.
So keep your eyes peeled.
It's kind of funny the way
It's
that
gonna be fun.
these shows run. We actually will have a couple episodes of episode 3 before
Yeah.
2026.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well,
Look at us
delightful.
plowing on through. Okay, let's keep
Uh,
going. Let's keep doing it. All right. Well,
well, I'm Victor Devon,
I'm petrified.
and this
And
was
this was
tonight's
tonight on
on
Murder,
Murder
She
She Wrote.
Wrote.
Ah, boom.
Kaboom!
Damn. Who's such a handsome man?
Brian!
But even that wasn't like dad. Like it wasn't
No,
like
Dad! Dad!
dad. We just watched Poltergeist and it was like Carol Ann. Like, wow, this is a dangerous drinking game.
Oh, I love it. Next year, Halloween,
Sip.
I'm on.
You have to sip.
Just a sip, not a full shot.
Ah,